that we do. And I just think like you're given one life and it's down to you what you do with it. Like you can literally go in any direction and
big up yourself. Hi guys, thank you so much for tuning in and clicking on this video. It's the latest on trend with your girl Biani. That was PLT's creative director and 2019 Love Island star, who has been getting a lot of backlash and be getting dragged for this resurfaced video. Now, in this interview, she said in the clip, "You're only given one life and it's down to you what you do with it. You can literally go any direction."
When I've spoken about that before in the past, I have been slammed a little bit with people saying, like it's easy for you to say that, you've grown up and you've not grown up in poverty, you've not grown up, with major money struggles. So for you to sit there and say that we all have the same 24 hours in a day, it's not correct. And I'm like, but technically what I'm saying is correct. We do. So I understand that obviously we all have different backgrounds and we're all raised in different ways and we do have different financial situations. But I think if you want something enough, you can achieve it. And it just depends to what lengths you want to go to get where you want to be in the future. And I'll go to any lengths. Like, I've worked my absolute arse off to get where I am.
The clip from the podcast, which was released last year, was posted on Twitter and it has since racked up more than 18,000 likes, thousands of quotes, retweets and hundreds of replies. It was also shared by the presenter, who said, I respect Molly May for making the most of her opportunity and grabbing it with both hands, but I despair at the quote about everyone having the same time in a day as Beyonce. The reality is that social inequality means that there'll never be an even playing field. Now, Jessica added, race, health, gender, social class, sexuality, mental health, disability, the list goes on. Society is not designed to give everyone equal opportunity, and this is unfortunately just tone deaf straight out of a girl boss meme. Molly May is a great role model for young women to look up to and to see a successful woman who is smart about her business, but the work harder mentality is very capitalist of her. And this is where Molly has been criticized because of her saying things like everybody has the same opportunity. And for me, the thing that was actually quite funny was when she said, I've worked my ass off or something like that. And I just thought to myself, I beg to differ. Maybe your definition of working your ass off is different to somebody else's definition, because you went on a reality show which gave you a massive head start and you literally get brand deals thrown at you that you can even afford to say no to. So to me, I'm just kind of like, I get the whole concept of we all have the same time in a day, for example, or the same brain. However, like, there is such thing as being privileged, and are you really going to shun that aside? Like, are you really going to neglect that aspect of your success? Like, are you just going to say that, oh, it's my hard work and dedication and I chose not to stay in this position that got me there? Like, no. Like, you went on a show, like a very successful show that made you very, very successful very, very quickly. I don't actually think it's the same, and it's quite right in saying that there are so many different variants that do impact our level of success, whether it's disabilities, whether it's gender, whether it's race, whatever it is. There's so many different components that actually affect our level of success. And maybe for some, you can only reach a level amount of success no matter how hard you try. Some people really do have a fighting spirit, but for whatever reason, and it might even be their environments, something is always pulling them back. Now, do I believe that it's possible? Like, you can work really hard to get in some places, and I'm not negating the fact that some people have worked extremely hard, have come out of poverty, especially a lot of A-list actors. I've watched interviews from people like Tyler Perry, who shared his journey, and a lot of actors, how they used to literally like sleep in their cars and so forth and so on. So yes, people have had to fight to come out of the top, but I just feel like it was very like narrow-minded. And apparently there was even worse. Like, that wasn't even the worst thing that she said. I guess in a way would make people feel like dismissed. It gave very like dismissal vibes, I guess it will make people who work extremely hard feel like their hard work is dismissed, you know, and we don't all have the same privileges. We're not all standing in front of the same doors. Your level of hard work is just not the same as someone else's, and sometimes people have to work 10 times harder to even get a little bit close to being comfortable, you know. And what I mean by being comfortable is not having just enough money to cover the rents. No, it's actually having a decent disposable income where you can enjoy living life with, you know. Some people having to work hard to live day by day, to feed their families, to keep a roof over their head, you know, and they are working extremely hard. They're not bums, like they're not just sitting down doing nothing. They are putting their all in there, but still they're just not able to like break through. And that's because you have that privilege. Like, you've got that privilege, like, to maybe not work for a week, and you will be absolutely fine because you've been given a head start. Like, with the fame that you received, that is a privilege that you have been given that a lot of people have not been given. So therefore, like, it's a bit unfair and I suppose biased to say or to speak in the way that she did speak, and probably that's why she's getting a lot of backlash, which I completely agree with. And that's not to say that your hard work won't take you far. I still believe that, you know, you can keep pushing, keep working, keep trying, and you know, it's about working smart and finding ways to work smart rather than working hard and hard and hard and not really seeing the fruits of your labor. That's the thing, like, I don't believe that she is having to labor. Like, I believe that a lot of the things that she has achieved has been handed over to her. Now, in order for her to maybe fulfill those things, she's had to have good time management, or she's had to get management. Like, a lot of the things, she's got management will go through her schedule, will look at her meetings, will plan her meetings, will plan her time. So you've got management. Like, I don't know, the lifestyle's a bit different, and I think she should have took it at a different angle, not just be so like, you know, I've worked bloody hard and, you know, I will do anything for this. It's like, yeah, like, you'll go national TV, like, you'll do what you need to do, like, get your lips plumped, like, put things like fillers in your lips and try and create yourself this image that is the anything for me that I personally see. And then you got to a place where you're loved anyway and you've got a massive fan base, so hey, you don't need to fit into that image anymore. So then you've got the money to remove those things. So to me, I'm kind of like, okay, like, please, can you kind of break down to us like what it is that you're doing that we all can do, because we not on the same platforms. So yeah, guys, that is my opinion on that. I know some people are two-sided about it, and again, I will stress that's not for me to say that, you know, we don't all have the same hours in the day or blah blah blah. However, I feel like she failed to highlight her privilege, and that she is extremely privileged, and that you are where you are not because of your really hard work. You're where you are because you were giving a head start in this success sphere that you are in, you know, in this success level that you are in. Now you've had to obviously stay up at night and design and, you know, make sure that you fulfill your creative director role in the best way, or you've had to like fly out, you know, to make sure that you give this holiday review, or you had to like film really late to make sure that you give this hair review, which I'm not saying that it's not a lot of work, because as little as I do with my channel, it takes a lot of work. However, I could be putting out like 10 videos a day and you only have to put out one video and the numbers would definitely be unmatched. But that's because you've had a head start, like people know who you are. That's just my opinion, guys. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll speak to you guys in my next video.